we're going to make Hampshire Seasoning. It's a steak seasoning or pork, it's a rub, and it's very similar to Montreal except that it's awesome. So we're gonna start from the very beginning, and we need 2 tablespoons of black pepper. So we're just gonna plop that in there, make a little home, a little bit more, put that off to the side, and then we're gonna go to town on the garlic powder. Garlic powder is a wonderful thing. Garlic does grow in this zone. I have some garlic growing over the winter, as a matter of fact, in the garden right now. We have had success with garlic. Going back to knowing your yield, it was actually a very wasteful yield. We grew too much garlic, and a lot of it went to waste, which was really unfortunate. So we're gonna put in our salt. There we go. A groovy thing about salt is it helps with that crispness, the crunchiness that you get on the outside of something that's made with a rub like this. Now we need our paprika. Paprika does not grow in my zone. I have to buy paprika. That's okay though. Don't feel guilty if you can't grow some exotic tropical fruit or spice in the middle of Maine. Nobody's going to begrudge you having to run to the store. So now we're going to go towards our onion powder. Onions, of course, grow in this zone, so we have no problems with that. Always plenty of onions. A food dehydrator is a really groovy thing. You can do it the old-fashioned way and hang it. That's totally okay too. When do you ever need coriander? Who thinks of coriander? It doesn't grow in my zone, so I have it in a jar in the back spice cabinet. It's there. I know it's there. And what am I going to do with coriander? Lo and behold, Jeff invents Hampshire Seasoning, and now we need a tablespoon of our coriander. And then dill. This stuff grows like mad in our zone. You plant a little bit of dill and it goes crazy. So this is actually stuff that we do still have left over from last summer, which is quite an accomplishment. It's a feeling of gratification when you don't screw something up totally. So we'll put a tablespoon in there. And then the last thing we need, you might recognize this from piling it on pizza, crushed red pepper, a very delectable thing indeed. And you want a good tablespoon. If you want a spicy Hampshire rub, go ahead, slap a little funk on it, put some extra pepper in it, you know, you'll be good to go. Some of the recipes actually call for just a hair of cocoa powder. I don't know why, but it's chocolate, so I'm not going to argue. So I'm going to slap a little bit of that in there. And that's it. That is Hampshire Seasoning. This piece of meat with this beautiful fat cap on top was actually the same amount if you got just a center cut loin. You're gonna get so much more meat. Yes, the center cut loin is a little leaner, but when you cook something on the fire, which is what Jeff is gonna do, he's gonna cook this directly on flames, you want the fat cap. It melts away and it really brings the flavor, and it also brings a crispness. So we're gonna take some of this stuff here and get a little wild and crazy. Be generous with it. I mean, you went through all the trouble to make a 12 ingredient spice. You may as well use a 12 ingredient spice. Get the sides, really get it going. That's a good amount there. We're gonna put this in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we're gonna slap it on some fire.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to hang with us at the Pecking Hen, please hit subscribe and then hit alert so you'll know when we have a new video coming out for you to watch.